Good morning, Gary. We returned to the Ebb Stadium for the first time in 3 weeks. It feels like quite a long time. And I suppose the aim is to back up the away point from last weekend with a strong display at home.
Yeah, if we possibly can. We've done well recently at home. Obviously, with the point away from home up at Gateshead. It would be nice to get a victory here, but we're coming against a team that have turned the corner in many respects. They've had a number of changes within their squad. Manager's gone in there, who's a good, experienced manager yet again, and obviously the players now are buying into what he's doing because there's been an upturn in their results. So it'll be a tough challenge for us.
They are an ever-changing team, as you suggested. Does that make them something of an unknown quantity in that they may even add players between now and Saturday?
Yeah, possibly, but obviously we've looked at them over the last few games. We've seen what they can do. They're a good team, even though where they're positioned in the league table at the moment. But they're a good side, and obviously on the back of a very good result last weekend, they're becoming there in a confident frame of mind.
They've only won a away game, but as you say, they've drawn at Dover and beaten Barrow in their last 2 games. They'll be fighting for their lives, so they've rediscovered that desire, that quality. We've got to match that passion, and then hopefully win the right to play our football.
Yeah, no, you're spot on there, and obviously with the late winner last weekend, it shows you that there's a togetherness within their group to be able to continue to fight towards the end to get that result. So we've got to match that, if not better that, to try and get a result ourselves.
What do you expect from them? Will it be quite a physical kind of cup final type game, or do you expect them to come and try and win by playing football?
You better ask Gary that at their end. Yeah. I'm not sure how they would approach the game because they're on a decent run themselves. So, but we're at home, and obviously we would have to be on the front foot and try and take the game to them. And I'm sure obviously Gary was here earlier part of the season. He's seen how we go about our business, and he'll be wary of that, I'm sure.
So in that, I suppose we need to make sure that we dictate the tempo and the style of the game rather than allow them to.
We would like to do that anyway, especially at home. But we also got to be careful that we don't leave ourselves too open. If a team come here and sit and try and catch us when we're on the front foot. So I think it could be quite cagey, the game.
You, without prejudicing any decisions this weekend, you've named the same starting 11 for the last 4 games. Has something changed when you've rotated even after wins? When you've the phrase "horses for courses" I think you've used, but you've selected the same team in the last 4 games. Has something changed in your outlook or something you've seen in the team?
Change possibly because we've played very, very well and we've got some very good results. So sometimes that can dictate it also. But the run that we've been on, in many respects, it's been quite easy because we've won games. The team have been playing well. So at present, the team has picked itself. So. That is not to say that the lads who've not been involved haven't played their part, because they have, and they've been very good, supporting the lads that have been playing. And at any given time, they'll be called upon, so they have to be also ready.
And I suppose there has been the week's break in between, so maybe that makes it easier for players to recover.
Well, it's given us that period of time where we can do that. And obviously we were going into the unknown at Gateshead in many respects, because would we be able to get back on the same kind of performance levels that we were beforehand? And I thought during the course of the first half we played particularly well. So that weekend off obviously worked for us.
And it must have been pleasing that in some ways there may have been a danger that the players would have lost that intensity in the week's break, but that was not the case at all.
No, not at all, and they worked extremely hard going into the weekend where we were off. So, you know, we worked them hard on the training ground, you know, me and James. So we wanted to make sure that intensity was there. But as we saw at Gateshead, it was. So we have to maintain that.
You've also got good options from the bench. You've also added Callum Buckley into the squad. What does he bring?
Well, firstly, he's a good player. He can play centre half and as a left back. Obviously, we haven't got much cover in the full back positions, and obviously we have to thank Bournemouth as well for allowing us to have a player of his ability. But he settled in well. He's a good footballer.
The defence is the 6th best in the league. You've only conceded 1 in the last 3 home games, so that unit, there's not much cover there maybe with Nick Arnold being out, but the defence are performing particularly well at the moment. Yeah,
they've done well, but we defend from the front, so everybody plays their part. You know, if the front lads are not doing what they should be doing, that puts more pressure on your midfield players and your back four and your goalkeepers. So everybody plays a part in that, but that has to continue now. So they have to maintain what they've already put in place.
How are the squad looking this week? Are there any? Almost certainly will be any bumps, bruises, niggles.
Yeah, it's always that on a week to week, but no, we're okay. Everything's fine, and you know we'll approach the game in the same manner as we approach every game. You know, clear up them bumps and bruises from the weekend, and then hopefully we're in a good condition going into the game on Saturday.
Thank you, Gary. We'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you.